7 things you should always keep quiet. Many people seem to not realize that some things are meant to be kept private. A lot of people are pressured into doing things they are willing to do or share with others, either by their friends, family members, colleagues, and co-workers, among other people. The truth is, no matter how civilized the world has become, or it will become, choosing to keep certain things private will always be the best thing. You as a person should learn to show less than you have and reveal more than you know. In times when everyone shows and tells every single detail of their life, privacy turns into power. The truth is, what people don't know, they cannot ruin. That's why, in a world where people are carelessly exposing the most vulnerable bits of themselves, we need to practice and value discretion more than ever. One of the qualities of the most super successful people is their ability to keep certain key things about their lives away from the general public. We live in the digital age where it is almost impossible to keep our personal life private. We feel the need to post about everything happening in our lives on social media, including the food we eat, relationships, achievements, material possessions, whereabouts, thoughts, and emotions. But what if you don't want to share your personal life with strangers and friends on the internet, or when having face-to-face conversations? Would you miss out on things or lose relevance? In this post, we discuss the reasons why you should keep your personal life private and how to become a more private person. 1. Your dreams and future plans. Some people you know might be curious what your next steps are, but you can't control anymore how they react to what you are working on. People have always something to say, so telling your plans and goals may just jeopardize it, or you may lose your interest in it. You don't have to keep it a secret and be tight-lipped when somebody asks about your plans, but you can always leave some details about it unsaid. The lesser they know, the better. Isn't it better that you work on your goals first before you tell the people about those plans you're undertaking for your future? Not everyone will be happy for you. You may not be a bad person, but no matter how good you are, you just can't please everyone. Instead of cheering for you, some will resent you. Maybe they would think your ambitions are too high, you are not good or skilled enough to achieve those things, or they simply don't want to have somebody who has achieved more what they have reached so far. Keeping your plans and goals to yourself can help you avoid negative opinion from others, change of decisions, which I find a real bummer, especially if you are really hell-bent on achieving those goals. Negative wishful thinking from people who don't want to see your success. Pressure. A study even showed that telling your goals will make you less likely to work on those after hearing praises from people. Hearing those praises makes you think you have achieved something big already. Though it could be good to hear compliments about having those big dreams, telling people about them would put too much pressure on yourself that you must achieve those goals now that people are waiting for the outcome. For me, it is always better to surprise people with what you have finally achieved. 2. Your love life and relationship. Your relationship should be between you and your partner. That's it. No one else needs to know about your romantic issues. All the juicy bits, such as deep secrets and intimate conversations, should never be let outside of your relationship. When these details stay only between the two of you, they remain sacred, special, and valuable. But once you let them out by sharing them with people who shouldn't get their hands on such information, the intimacy dissolves. 3. Your financial status. Some people are often revealing their account numbers online, forgetting that while they might not have money in it yet, their information might be utilized to perpetrate evil deeds. Never reveal your financial status to others. When you're rich, keep it to yourself. So also, when you're broke, regardless of your money situation, you should always keep it to yourself. Many people have been killed, abducted, and hurt in several ways simply because they could keep the money problems or happiness to themselves. 4. Your medical information. There's basically no need to share your medical information with someone, especially when the person is not a family or your doctor. Even doctors don't disclose your medical information to anyone, so why should you do otherwise? Funny enough, you can lose friends for disclosing your medical information, but there's no need for your friend to know that about you. There's nothing he needs the information for. Also, you have it doesn't mean he will get it. So quit sharing such information except there's need to, for example, your spouse. 5. Your political and religious views. You may debate or share certain political or religious views with your close friends that you may not want others to see. These two topics are usually the ones that cause some of the most friction between people. You've seen how out of hand political discussions can get with your family at the dinner table. The implications are huge if an innocent comment is taken out of context, and the next thing is you're being labeled as a terrorist or a terrorist lover. 6. Your biggest fear and weaknesses. As funny as it sounds, some people still reveal their deepest fears and weaknesses to others. Despite seeing and hearing different stories of people who are betrayed by the very people whom they trusted wholeheartedly, don't be blinded by the euphoria of friendships. A friend today might become an enemy tomorrow. Revealing your deepest weaknesses and fears to people makes you vulnerable and intimidated by them. Some might even use them against you. Nowadays that blackmailers are everywhere. You should be extremely careful of the people you discuss your deepest fears and weaknesses with. 7. Your family issues. This is similar to your love life. Whatever is going on, the family should stay with the family. There should be no need for outsiders to know what's going on in your family. Their advice might be detrimental to your family. So, be wise. You'll never know who is your friend and who's your enemy. So be aware of who you share your family secrets and issues with, because in the long run, one of your best and closest friend can become your biggest enemy and use it all against you to hurt you. The best things that happen to us usually don't make it to social media, so why give so much importance to it? Why lose so much energy posting and chatting and scrolling? Why be an open book with everyone? There are so many layers to us, so many layers hidden, muffed, covered by other layers. How can you be sure that others are not just showing you a version of themselves that would portray them in the best light possible? Meanwhile, you blindly trust everyone around you. You uncover every bit of yourself, becoming more and more vulnerable to the point where it has started to affect you. You become defensive, alert. You start caring what others will say about you, how others see you, and just like that, you lose control of your goals and priorities. You lose your careless joy and happiness. You start living in a cramp. Don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting you should isolate yourself in a world far away from people and become reclusive and detached. Rather, just draw a certain line around you that should not be crossed and should be guarded by any means necessary. You see, no matter how kind can people be, they are unpredictable as the wind. And no matter how big our people's circle is, in the end, we all are on our own. So that's why we should strive to take care of ourselves. Some of our deepest secrets and desires, as well as actions, should not be shared with the rest of the world. With no one, if you ask me. It's the only thing we have as a memento of our being, and it should reside deeply inside our souls. Oversharing is not essential for bonding. On the contrary, it can only make a mess. The more you talk about your problems, the bigger they become. What you are doing is just shifting focus onto important things that are going on with you, and you expose the most private details of your life to negative energies and envious people. When your self-esteem is well guarded and protected, there's abundance in every sphere. You can better assess your needs and you can better understand what you want to focus on next. When you are picky about the things that you share with other people, there just isn't room for insecurity, desperation, and the need to show your worth. You are then able to stop engaging in gossip because it no longer serves a purpose. Once you realize that not everyone can sit at your table, the relationships you build with people begin to change drastically. You realize that you are your own priority, not other people. You realize you don't have to prove anything to anyone other than yourself. Be very protective of who you are dating, your family, your friends. Social media has proposed that availability and transparency are necessary for both social and professional success, imminently pushing the emotional, the personal aside. Everyone sees things through their own lenses. Precisely because of that, you should protect your privacy and prevent people from guessing and making assumptions. You know what they say about privacy, right? Privacy is power. Privacy is power in the sense that what people don't know, what they don't have access to, they can't spoil. And I agree. There is a certain act of self-betrayal when you are over-engaging. Your perceptions, your emotions are your reality. They are inherently yours, and oversharing them may help people build the wrong image of you by potentially misunderstanding your words or reactions. The older you get, the more you will value your privacy, because you will understand that being too chatty, too outspoken, too active on social platforms will just feed the gossip about you. No one will bother with your business if you are boring, At least when dealing with nosy people, they won't want to keep asking questions or digging into your private life if they believe nothing exciting happens in it or if you keep giving them non-answers. Set boundaries. Keep private life private. As a private person, you don't have to talk about your personal life if you don't want to. Set boundaries on what you are willing to share about yourself and let your friends know. If put on the spot to say things you are uncomfortable discussing, don't be afraid to not respond. If you can, redirect conversations about your personal life to other topics. So if you enjoyed watching this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we upload a video.